I am a girl that is very ambitious. I come from a very small township named Vosloorus. So in the year grade 12, I wasn't so sure what I wanted to do. But I was so into IT. Like, my family was like, Naledi, you can't do IT. I was so confused. I thought to myself that, am I going to be one of the stats of being an unemployed youth at home doing nothing? Then came a youth leader from church. He told us that we have a learnership for T Systems ICT Academy. I applied. And then I got a call from T Systems telling me that my application was successful. It was exciting and I was happy, but at the same time, my mom asked me, are you ready? This is God answering you that this is what you have to go into, IT.
The problem that we are having in the country, if you look at what are the skills that are required, technology is in great demand. And so developing the academy and setting up a learnership in the company was to be able to say, really, let's give young people and young women opportunities to be able to play in this field, to make a difference in the country and to explore opportunities for themselves.
When I started at T Systems on my internship, I started as a service desk agent. And a year after that, I got promoted into a quality coordinator. So we listen to the calls and we conduct coaching, we conduct counseling, we also provide training. I'm from the Northern Cape, a small town not far from Kimberley called Delpershoek, very small. So the opportunities there are on zero. I had to finish matric and come look for other opportunities elsewhere. I got a job at Nedbank as a legal controller. So I worked there for over 2 years and legal was not my route. Like, I always wanted to do IT.
T Systems has created the ICT Academy so that we can bridge the skills gap and provide relevant skills to the youth of South Africa to enable them to become part of the economy. Not just giving a handout to somebody, but rather teaching them how to use the technology that is available currently.
With the Academy, we partnered with the training providers, and all these partnerships enable us to effectively deliver good content that is relevant and that makes these students to be able to have internationally recognized qualifications, and therefore that's why you find that more than 85% of them can be placed, not only in T Systems, but generally in the market.
When I started here, I got a friend. It was a happy place because the trainers also welcomed us with warm hands.
They have to study, submit assessments on a weekly basis for the national qualification, as well as prep for the international exams, which are normally done after about 3 to 4 months of vigorous training. And obviously we on-site have prac labs and they basically do simulated work there, as well as some of the students go to T Systems in Midrand and they shadow the employees there in the technical teams.
Now I know how to assemble a PC, how to install an operating system, how to troubleshoot a PC when it's not working. When I went back home, I told my mom, Mom, this is what I want to do. IT is what I am going into.
Students who come through this academy, the fact that more than 85% of them can be placed in a job, that is phenomenal. That is addressing unemployment in an area such as IT that is taking the country forward, which is, this is the IT age. The fact that 50% of these are ladies, are young women, I always believe that if you economically empower a woman, you've done 10 times more.
One of our guiding principles is to learn and grow. So yes, we're living by that every day. There's always room for opportunities and we utilize them. Being a woman in the ICT is not easy. Like, every day we still face challenges. In terms of women empowerment and development, leadership, T Systems does really a good job. The impact that it's had on my life is the success that I have come to at this point. It is amazing.
I'm from a very disadvantaged village. It's not easy to find jobs. And it was getting stressful for me because my friends were continuing with studying, some were working, some were just successful, and I was just there doing nothing.
The idea was to look at how do we take young people leaving the school system and get them connected into this economy. And we have a number of problems that the country is facing that we need creative and innovative solutions for, and yet we're not tapping into all our young people. And so for us, the rural space is a place we really have to look at to say, who are these young people? Can we start to give them the skills? Because in there we might find the solution to some of the things that we're looking for.
I started studying here at Hazelview Digital Learning Campus. I was 22 when I first came here, and it was my first time to use a proper computer, a fully functioning computer, because we will find computers that are broken and pretend as if it's working. But when I got here, I was so amazed. There are tons of well-functioning computers, and you can do a lot of things with a computer.
We wanted to create a campus, a digital campus, that was peri-urban to rural so that we could give opportunity to these young people. They didn't have to leave here to go to an urban center to go and study. We found in T Systems a corporation that resonated with what our mission was.
My first class, the facilitator said that I must touch a monitor. I was like, there's no monitor here. At high school, we only know that monitors are the people that leads the class. So it was a bit hard for me until she told me that a monitor is the screen of the computer.
When we began, this was a banana packing shed. It had no walls, it was dusty. The foresight to look at that with us from T Systems to say, we can turn this into something wonderful. We don't want to lose our Africanness. We want to make sure that we're still learning from our teachers and elders under that tree, but now the connections in the classroom can be anywhere in the world, and I think that's been the shift.
If you now look at Hazelview, it was really around how do you set up the partnership with that community in a way that helps that community to be sustainable for themselves. You have this general move from rural to urban, and why is that a move? Because people need jobs, opportunities, etc.
We started to look at how do we make sure that it is sustainable long-term. And that's where T Systems stepped in and said, well, let's see if we can outsource some of our service desk to Hazelview. And we started a service desk.
I was just a person who was still marketing for a job. So I got the opportunity here, and that was a breakout.
When was the last time you visited?
There's a very big difference between wanting a job and starting a career. And if we create opportunities in these rural spaces, we start careers for these young people, which one, keep them in the rural space because they can have better lives for their families. And so we can do a cost-effective, excellent service desk right here in our own country, giving our young people those opportunities for the jobs, but starting to be competitive on the price side, which I think is also important.
What it means for me working around home, I'm supporting my own community. I get to see my family every day than working in Joburg where you will always communicate with your family over the phone. It saves me a lot of money. Home is where heart is. So to me, it means so much.
In addressing the skill shortage, we're not just looking at training a person. It's allowing that person to grow as an individual, provide that person with an opportunity to get a job, and that person further goes and supports their family.
For me to see the journey from a young person who walks in the front door on that first day, who is watching their hands when they double-click that mouse, has never been on a computer before, to stepping out on that graduation day. I mean, I feel like the mother of about 300 students on graduation day.
From a year back, I was so miserable. So being here felt like I'm home. In our class, we learn in a fun way, so it's easy for me to understand everything. It's so fascinating, and I've fallen in love with computers now.
If she did not have the kind of opportunities that she was exposed to, she would have had to move to Johannesburg, look for work, etc. But now that she's there, she can actually take care of her family. So I think the life is significantly different today because of that opportunity.
When I was in grade 12, the only thing I thought about was going to varsity and studying for 4 years, then I get a job, then I'm done. But it was so different how I experienced coming to T Systems. Now I could say I have grown, and my parents are so proud of me.
All you need to do is drive through any township during the day, and you really realize how much more there is to be done in this country. And so the story of Naledi is so similar to the story of other young people. This opportunity has taken her out of her trajectory and put her on a path where she has opportunity upon opportunity upon opportunity.
I just bought the Wi-Fi. I never even know how to connect it. She did it for the family, in fact, because she's not doing only for her, but now she's helping us as a family, so that's great.
The sustainability of this country depends on the right type of decision-making, the right type of leadership, and it is time for leaders to stand for the right thing, because it's not just about now. It's about the time that my grandchildren are born. What do they have to look forward to?
The school benefits a lot of people from around because it has opened so much opportunities for young unemployed people to come here, learn more skills, learn new skills, and it has empowered me a lot because I never thought that I would do IT. I see myself in ICT from now onwards.